Welcome to China Business Observer. The approaching Chinese National Day holiday. Today we will talk about a topic that is always brought up for discussion during every holiday. Do you feel that the National Day holiday is just around the corner? Today, we are going to talk about a topic that is always discussed during holidays, which is why commercial streets across the country all look the same. From stores to snacks, whether it's milk tea, grilled sausages, or stinky tofu. Not only are the categories stable, but even the taste is exactly the same. This issue itself is not new. Some people say it is because the supply chain is more mature, and everyone purchases from the same factory, so everything is the same. Others say it is because the products being sold have been market tested and proven to be popular. In fact, regardless of the specific business details, we can understand this phenomenon from the perspective of game theory. The fact that the commercial streets across the country look the same is essentially because all the merchants in the country have fallen to a massive Nash equilibrium. Nash equilibrium is one of the most important concepts in game theory. It states that all players participating in this game are intelligent. Everyone fights and eventually reaches a state of equilibrium. This situation may be difficult to understand for observers, but those involved are well aware that no one can change their strategy. Because once you change it, your situation will worsen. In other words, everyone knows that what they are doing is not quite right, but no one dares to change easily. It's like two skilled martial artists fighting, both holding on to each other's pulse, knowing that it's not good for either of them, but neither dares to let go first. Do you think the merchants on many commercial streets don't know about their own products? Of course they know that they need something new to make themselves unique and live up to the expectations of visitors who have come a long way. But the problem is they dare not. Let's assume that all the merchants on a street use semi-finished sausages, and only I make my own sausages. I have uniqueness, but immediately, I will face these three dilemmas. First, my prices will definitely be higher than others. After all, I have to buy my own ingredients and eat them myself. And when prices go up, hard to guarantee sales volume. Secondly, my flexibility decreases. Because I have already purchased the complete set of sausage-making equipment, unlike selling semi-finished products, where you can easily change the product. Finally, these reasons combined create a particularly troublesome situation. All the merchants on the whole street have a digital system to rely on while I'm still using a small workshop mode. Others will attack me by reducing dimensions. What to do? Obviously, I can only go along with the flow and sell semi-finished products. You see, this situation is the Nash equilibrium. So, how can we change this situation? Obviously, relying solely on the efforts of individual merchants is not enough. You have to start from the level of the entire street, and create a distinctive commercial street from the grassroots level. Today, talk about a case where they have done a good job in this regard. This is Yanqing Road in Zhui District, Shanghai. It used to be an ordinary road, but in recent years, with the cooperation of the local government operators and merchants, it's become a relatively mature commercial street. Recently, the media team from Narrowcast went there to conduct research and summarize their practices. To make a street into a distinctive commercial street, there are several things that need to be done. Firstly, the site selection. Not all roads are suitable for creating commercial streets. It must first meet several conditions. First, it should have a large flow of people. For example, Yanqing Road is close to the subway station, and it is the route to another popular street, Anfu Road. The overflowing customer flow and merchants from Anfu Road will come here. Secondly, it should have native aural landscapes. There are 232 historical buildings in the Yanqing Road area, accounting for nearly 1/4 of all the historical buildings in Shanghai. At the same time, in order to protect the city's cultural appearance, the Shanghai municipal government formulated a list of 64 roads that will never be widened in 2007, and Yanqing Road is one of them. Lastly, should have a lively atmosphere. For example, Yanqing Road has a local market, 2 fruit shops, 3 barber shops, as well as a dumpling restaurant, convenience store, etc., all of which have been operating for many years and are frequently visited by locals. These things may seem unrelated to a tourist street, but it is precisely these non-standardized elements that provide a lively and relaxed atmosphere. Secondly, it requires a moderate level of commercialization. Note that it should not be completely non-commercial, otherwise, merchants would not be willing to come. However, it should not be overly commercialized either, otherwise, it would fall into the Nash equilibrium situation again. This is like having to invite 10 merchants to settle in, but not wanting them to compete excessively with each other. What to do? When talking about this, we need to consider another question. Why is there such fierce competition among merchants in popular streets? Besides commercial factors, there is another important reason, which is that they are not familiar with each other. Everyone is here to do business, and there is no personal connection. In other words, as long as there is a little bit of familiarity among the merchants and S Street is not only a commercial street but also a community. It will not fall into excessive commercialization. Following this line of thinking, Yanqing Road found a group of trendy shop owners who already knew each other. They were originally friends in a circle of young artists, familiar with each other and all at a high level. This time, with the support of Yanqing Road, they were invited to come and do business together. Who wouldn't want to? This not only solves the problem of merchant settlement, but also prevents excessive commercialization of the street. Thirdly, it is important to maintain the activity of the street by meeting light demands. What are light demands? For example, taking photos for social media or live streaming. These demands are not very frequent, but as a commercial street, you must meet these demands. Following this train of thought, Yanqing Road has divided the entire street into different aesthetic styles, ensuring that, as you walk from the entrance to the exit, the feeling of taking photos changes every few meters. Some storefronts have an industrial style, while others have a dopamine color scheme. The fourth step is to meet high-frequency demands and create a basic customer flow. What are high-frequency demands? Eating, shopping, and strolling, for example. In other words, it is not enough to simply meet the demands of people gathering for festive occasions. The key is to meet daily high-frequency demands. For example, having a few good restaurants and some unique specialty stores at W. Or would be even better if they can sell exclusive items that cannot be found elsewhere. Do not underestimate these elements. You should know that commercial streets nowadays are very competitive, and when everything is competitive, quality of each street is highly consistent. T1 street has, another street also has. At this time, as long as you can make even a tiny bit of innovation, it will become a great attraction. Finally, let's extend an invitation. Which hidden streets in your area are worth exploring, but are unknown to outsiders? Please share them in the comments. Let's discover hidden gem streets around us during the National Day holiday and make this holiday more interesting.